Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We're still working on the two noble kinsmen, and we get to hear from the messenger today in Act 4, Scene 2, because I know we've been dying to hear from the messenger. So this messenger is here because, remember, Palamon and Arcite were sent to go away, and then they each had to come back with 3 of their friends, and they're gonna do like a tournament, a fighting match, a free-for-all, that sort of a thing where there's a pole in the middle of it, and if one of them can make the other one touch the pole, then the one who made the other one touch wins, and wins Emilia, and the one who actually touched the pole gets killed. Now, Emilia is not a fan of this at all, and she can't decide if she likes Arcite better or Palamon better. She's kind of going back and forth between the two. She probably knows Arcite a little bit better, so might be a little bit biased in that direction, but then she also wanted to play up Palamon's good qualities. So yesterday we had her hemming and hawing, and then we had Theseus and Hippolyta and Pirithous come in, and they're like, it's just about time for this to go, so who are you cheering for? And she's like, I would rather die than pick one or the other of them, because she doesn't want to be responsible for one of them dying. But then this messenger comes in, the glorious messenger that we get to hear from today, to let them know that Palamon and Arcite and their groups, their posses, their gangs have all shown up. And Theseus is like, so, tell us what you think. What did you see? What do the guys look like? Can we tell based on who's here, who might win this whole thing? Like, what do you think of the people that they brought to fight on their behalf? Tell us. And the messenger says, I will, sir, and truly what I think. 6 braver spirits than these they have brought, if we judge by the outside, I never saw nor read of. He that stands in the first place with Arcite by his seeming should be a stout man, by his face a prince. His very looks so say him. His complexion nearer a brown than black, stern and yet noble, which shows him hardy, fearless, proud of dangers. The circles of his eyes show fair within him, and as a heated lion, so he looks. His hair hangs long behind him, black and shining like raven's wings, his shoulders broad and strong, arms long and round, and on his thigh a sword hung by a curious baldric. When he frowns to seal his will with, better on my conscience was never soldier's friend. So the messenger is very, very impressed by Arcite's #1 guy, is basically what this boils down to. He says that in general, all 6 guys that have accompanied Arcite and Palamon to come and fight are impressive specimens, but particularly Arcite's #1 guy is really good looking, looks like he's probably a prince, and he's got broad shoulders and this gorgeous black hair and all that sort of stuff. He's like, this is the kind of guy that could, this guy, this is the guy. And Pirithous is like, meh, yeah, but did you see Palamon's #1 guy? And they're like, what of him? And Pirithous is gonna have another nice long monologue tomorrow to tell us about Palamon's #1 guy. So my big question for you, the viewer, at this point, who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for Arcite? Are you rooting for Palamon? Do you have any thoughts as to who you'd like to win? I mean, yes, it's kind of distasteful to have a battle where you win a woman, and if you don't win the woman, then you die. But of the 2 characters, do you like one better than the other? Or is there one that you're hoping ends up with Emilia? Are you hoping that the whole thing's a wash and maybe they kill each other? Like, what are your thoughts? Where's your brain? Or do you need to hear about Palamon's #1 guy tomorrow before you decide? That's an okay answer too. And I'll see you tomorrow to tell you about him. Mwah.